I'm gonna be going over back testing. And how I back test is basically just mark out my strategy, to put my strategy in play and just practice it over and over again. Um, I went over my weekly analysis in the previous video. I know I said I was gonna do my spit it out. Um, Jesus Christ. I did my weekly analysis in the previous video, but I said I was gonna do the back testing video in that one, but I didn't. So this is the back testing video, and yeah, let's see how this goes. Let me turn my volume up a little bit. My mic, just a tad bit, just a tad bit. Okay, so basically, we're gonna be back testing. Um, I took my weekly analysis in higher time frames, but to back test, I like to go lower time frames just because there's no need to go higher time frames, and the market likes to move this, and we trade in the lower time frame. So on my back test, I'm gonna be back testing in a lower time frame. So this is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna just be marking out our the trades that we could have took for the previous week. Let's say Wednesday market open. Let's choose Wednesday. Okay, cool. Wednesday market open. Let's see when it closes. New day. There we go. New day. All right, so let's trade in Wednesday. Let's see what happened for Wednesday. Let's see what happened for Wednesday. I believe I actually took a trade Wednesday, the 30th. Yep, 30th. I sure did. I sure did. Where did I trade at? All right. After we cut that out. So basically, red market open. Boom. Red market open at 9:30. Boom. Market opens, right? What do we do? What does market tend to do? Okay, this is kind of cool. I like to use these sometimes just because we have session times. But as we can see, we have London lows. Let's mark those out on the hourly actually. We have London lows. Right, we have London lows right there. We have London highs. Lows. We have Asia highs. As we could see right here in the 30 minutes. The 30 minutes. As we can see right here in the 30-minute market opens. Come in, we make a push to the upside to basically rip through London's all-time high right here, or London's high, all-time high. I'm gonna rip through here to basically start off our opening. We have a manipulation to literally sweep out every low possible right here. Um, Previous day lows, Tokyo lows, Tokyo opening lows, basically London lows, just to straight sweep these out, and then opening opening lows for the new day. Right, we came out, crushed those. So right then and there, seen that happen. Boom, we seen that happen. Just moved down. We could have easily went into the lower time frame here, lower time frame here, drop down. And then what could we have waited for? So as you can see, we have a pretty copy market. This is the trade I actually did take right here, I believe. Right here. Boom. No, I set these to a different high. I set these here. Yeah, I did set them right there actually. So we have those highs. But what sucks is I actually got stopped out like down here. Let's see, 30th. Oh no, it was the next day. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, this one I think I caught the buy right here off this little reversal. But actually, I could have even taken the shorts here, for this quick little drawdown. Like we seen the manipulation at opening. We seen the market move up, creating these highs. We come see the sweep work here, right? Go to the hourly. We go to the hourly. We go to the hourly. We see basically it's sweep out here. So if we drop down, you know what I mean? If we drop down, boom. Well, we were staying in the hourly or the 30-minute. We would have seen that it was obviously manipulating. Boom, boom, boom. And then at basically 2 o'clock, market just goes straight down. But yeah, so if we would have stayed in it, if we would have hit around market opening, boom, 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 boom. This was like at 11 something, I believe, or was it 11? Yeah, somewhere around there. My time. Ooh, wake up. So basically, we see it just manipulate every every buyer. Literally, the buyers were like, "Oh my God, we're going up." It's like, Allah, hit the bed right here, boom. And this, I think this is the one I took for some reason. For some, no, no, no. Where was it at? Is it 2356? Right? Is that what I said? 23356. So let's see, 233. Well, I don't know. Trade locker is different than yeah, because look, 256 is like right here. I don't think I would have even got into a buy right there around what time? Hmm? Exact time. 18:45. It's like 6 p.m. I don't even trade that late. No? Or am I tweaking? Anyways, yeah, so basically that's kind of what happened. I could have easily just went here, boom, seen the push up manipulation and entered for a short. But kind of cool if we scale down here, take a 5 minute, and we say we wanted to trade on the 5 minute, right? Could have waited for that move down, which happened. We seen it. Boom, sweep. Here we have a down, high, move back up. Boom. Tap into this fair value gap, retrace down. And here we go. We start our what we call our uptrend. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Uptrend, uptrend, uptrend. Okay. Obviously, market's going up and down. The 5 minute, right? We could have done. I'm just gonna remove all these drawings. What we could have done here, right, is we've seen this move up. We've seen it tap into this fair value gap in the 5 minute. scale down while you're at it. We scale down. I lost you guys. I don't know. It was the 30th. 30th. God damn. Why did I do that? I screwed myself over. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm gonna scale down here, right? Where was it? Where was it? Where the this one though, right? Yeah, it's here. Anyways, could have waited because market's still open here. Market's still open, right? We could have waited. Obviously, that's a pretty long wait. I mean, 9:30 to 14:58. I mean, it's a what 5 hour wait. Yeah, but oh, I think this is where it was. Yeah, this is where I was seeing. Okay. Okay, see, this makes more sense, right? This makes more sense. This is what I think it was. Yeah, here. This is the trade I was taking in this area right here. So as we see this move down, we see the move down because obviously the manipulation at the market open, sweep, 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 boom, come down here, right? What do we do? Have to do it over that. What happens? We make our famous W, right? W, W, boom, shoot up. W, W, boom, shoot up. What happens? Boom, W, 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 boom, shoot up. Boom, W, W, boom, shoot up. Right? I kind of look for those W's. Those W's are kind of strong. Boom, W, W, shoot up. All right, we also have them down. Or look at this one right here. Boom, W, W, W. We create these equals. Boom, shoot up. Right? We're looking for that. That's what we're looking for. But we also have them down as well, right? Boom, W, W, boom, and then come down, boom, open the gap. Uh, where else? Where else can you see them? Where else can you see them? Here too. W, W, boom, shoot up, right? Okay. Anyways, we have that, right? Here, W, W, boom, shoot up, W, W, boom, shoot. See that happen? See they take action. We can do what the reset. So what we can do here is basically just wait for a break of structure into the 1 minute, which happens literally here, but it shoots up, stops us out, right? Comes up because we thought it was going to go by, right? Well, guess what? That's what happens. I get stopped out here. I should have waited for was basically this structure to get broken here, right? Instead of waiting for that one, that early one, and not so strong because look, as we see, boom, up, down, we have here, boom, fair value gap. Okay, not that powerful, right? Not that powerful as this other one. Obviously, we come in and close out of it. So, what does that tell us? That we are going to go down a little bit more. This is just a manipulation. Oh, manipulates because it manipulated me, right? Manipulated me. Obviously, I did take the trade. Boom. I remember the trades. Well, okay, let's not say it's fucking sell. Okay. Say the red's green and the green's red. Okay. Boom. I think I got stopped out like right here. Somewhere right here. So I was trying to get I was dragging no, I got stopped out up here. Right here. Boom. Because I was dragging stop. But what can we see? We see this. We see the inverse, right? Now many people are probably thinking like, oh, let's go short, but you're in a 1 minute, so be patient, patient. We don't know what's going on here. right? Because what happens? We got 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minute, next 5 minute candle opens. Boom. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's what's kind of cool. You wait for your 5 minute confirmation, right? Because your 5 minute confirmation is going to give you everything. If you look here, we don't have no breakup structure on the 5 minute. So what does it do with that 1 minute manipulation? It creates that breakup structure. It needs to create that high. So what do? We wait for it. We mark out this high. Okay, cool. We see that it moves back down on the 1 minute. Let me get there. Let me get there. Let me get there. Let me get there. Come on, bro. Let me get there. Where we at? Where we at? Here we are. Right here. Boom. This is the 5 minute high, right? These are, oh shit, what is this one? Oh, this is where I was saying I dragged and got stuffed out. So, right, we created that 5 minute high. Okay, we see it move down. We're looking in the 1 minute. Okay, cool. Draw, draw, draw. What we could have done is just waited because we know 5 minute has no structure here, but we do have a high. Okay, so we could have waited for the 5 minute to confirm that we had that bigger structure. But because we created that high on the 5 minute with no previous highs in the 5 minute, as we see nothing but candles moving down. Nothing but candles. We literally seen this on the 5 minute. No liquidity to move to up, right? To break to that upside. Well, what did it need to do? Create that 5 minute. So what does it do? Create that. Now we can wait. Here we go. We're waiting. We're waiting. We get a fair value gap created. Boom, taps in, moves down. But we want to wait for it to break the full, the full 5 minute structure, which is down here, because that's what we're going off of, right? Because we have no upside structure. It just created one. So we don't even know if we're in an up or downtrend yet. Created a high, created a low, right? Created a high, created a low. We do have our previous high here. We know we're in a downtrend, but we don't know if we're going to go up or continue more down. Okay. So we see that, boom, we wait, be patient. Just wait 5 more minutes. That's all it is. It's not long. You can be patient and wait 5 minutes. And we see here, boom, low gets created, right? Low gets created in the 1 minute. Okay, what does that tell us? That the 1 minute has not come out and created a new low. It created a higher low. Okay, so now what are we looking for? Higher low. Okay, cool. We get a boom, fair value. Okay, what are we waiting for? Okay, we see that this is the previous low here to the previous high here, right, to the previous high here. We close above, right? We close above, well, this would be flipped. Close above equilibrium. On top of that, we create this fair value gap. On top of that, boom, we have another close to the upside. So we already know we did get that fair value gap created. Boom, we had a close to the downside, came in and tapped. Okay, cool. Now we can enter off of this close, set shorts or set our stop right below this low, right? Because we have another low created. Set our stops right below this low. Equilibrium, right? Set our stops above this low right here because we just had another low created. And then now we can target these 1 minute boom draws. 1, 2, 3. We can target this fair value gap, 4, which is kind of cool. It rejects off this fair value gap as we could see, right? Right here. Boom. Right? We see that it rejects off of this fair value gap. And I'm not gonna lie, this trade right here is perfectly placed because I think I did take this one. I think that's the one I took because I remember that it was a $900 full take profit. and it was a 4-1. Um, and I believe I was dragging stop. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little rushing myself because I did have to leave somewhere at the time, and I was like, all right, bro, I want to go to the gym. I want to go to the gym. Come on. And then I think I got like stopped out like right here. Yeah. But I was closing partials as I went. My first take profit got hit here. Then I closed, dragged break even, and basically was chilling. I should have let it ride, but I was very impatient. Um, so yeah, it was kind of close. We could have easily targeted this fair value gap as a price, or a take profit, just because we already inversed this one after we hit take profit one, and then we already closed above this high after hitting take profit one, creating this new fair value, which then we have no other fair value gaps that have been, this one didn't get closed out, but we had no other fair value gaps in the process of that one because this one instantly got closed out, right? Boom, closed out here, and then we created another one, and that closed out this one, and then this one we rejected off of. But because we had another fair value gap right here, we rejected off of this fair value gap. And honestly, we could have easily went, okay, boom, rejected off of this, close, boom, set stops here for like a very risky, very low risk grade. So we could have easily set there, and we could have set take profits right there, or I don't know, set another 1-to-1. Oh, wait, yeah. I'm like tripping. I'm like, why is it going negative? Because I clicked short. Anyways, yep, there. Just set profits here, and boom. Could have caught another trade for almost another 4.1 risk. This is just really long. This is 4.8, so 5.4 point. So I mean, honestly, bro, like, see right here, boom. Okay, make a move down. We have no break of structure is going to create. So what are we looking for? Revert, or we're looking for it to tap into either a fair value gap or continue moving down to come catch this liquidity. What does it do? Closes here, boom, opens and closes to the upside. Okay, boom, we have another low. We have another low that just sets a new stop loss and another fair value gap created. So what can we do? We could honestly call another trade because why? We have another boom, right? Boom, move up and down. We don't even have to take the trade yet. Move up. Still never broke structure. Okay. Boom. Down. Okay. Boom. Let's say we wait. Okay, cool. We finally break structure to the upside here. We make that move down and then we're moving up. Okay, cool. We want to take this trade. We set stops here, right? Hey, when it does that. Set stops there. Look, still damn near 2.5 risk to reward. We can even just say, okay, we just wanted to do a 2-to-1, right? 2-to-1. We just wanted to do two. Sick. Even there, could have caught the trade just because based off this strategy. Seemed to work, seemed to seemed to hit. Um, Obviously I got stopped out a few times, but that's just because I was just impatient. If I just let it ride and just literally called my trade and just was sitting there chilling and just eating breakfast, drinking my tea, chilling, right? As we can see here too, right? Boom. What do we have? We probably got a liquidity sweep here. Move move up. Okay, we have a move down. All right, cool. What are we waiting for? Breaker structure. Boom, breaker structure. Okay. Now, since we have broke structure, okay, now what are we waiting for? Well, we have no other confluences or draws. So what are we gonna do? Boom. What does it do? We come into equilibrium, right? We come into equilibrium as we can see. Boom. We get this close. We get no confirmation of it closing again. Right? We get no confirmation of it closing again. what we can see is we close below it on this next one, right? Because we obviously we close above it, but what we got to wait for is to see if it keeps moving up to basically inverse this order block right here, right? Because they move up before they move down. Boom, order block here, right? What do? Tap into it, okay? If we came up and continued moving up, right? Equilibrium would have got disrespected, order block would have got disrespected, and so forth. Boom, we come in, tap into here, right? We make that move down. Okay, we have another structure built right here. Boom, break structure, fair value gap get created here. Boom, enter. And what happens? We can set stops here, right below. Boom. Take profits, previous draws. I don't know. Let's say here. Boom. What is that? 3.3 to 1 risk reward. Let's say you even wanted to go further and you have higher draws on liquidity, right? So you wanted to go further and you got higher draws on liquidity, right? Right? Let's see. We can say this. We can say this. We can say this one. This, right? Here, because these are pretty equal. Here, gonna target all those. Gonna target all those, right? Set this one. Let's say we target this, okay? 5 to 1 risk reward. And honestly, there ain't nothing better than this damn strategy, honestly. Pretty easy to understand too. Um, to really get it, to really understand the basics, we're gonna get rid of this. For instance, that's kind of how I backtest. It just kind of just follow through the previous week and just kind of run through like, okay, cool. What did I miss? I missed that. I missed that. That's 3 trades I could have took that I obviously did not see, did not catch. I took one of them, but it's all good. That doesn't matter. One's better than none. Sometimes none is better than one. Uh, that's just how trading works. But what's kind of cool here is we see another little part of my strategy. We come here. Let's say I want to say see here, liquidity. Boom. We have equal highs right here, right? We have equal highs. Well, fairly equal highs. Okay. We also have this draw on liquidity. And we also have this draw on liquidity. So right there, that tells me we have one equal highs here. Okay. Obviously have equal lows, but we didn't come out and take those out. So we have these highs right here. Okay. Market can either one, come out, take these out, right? These draws and just go from there. Or they could come out and take these guys out right here. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now taking a look at it, these three are very much closer than these three. I mean, there we go, because that is a low two. That's a low two. But either way, these three are way more separated than these three. So obviously price is just going to draw right to those, correct? Well, what do we get out of that? Right before that, move down, move up, move up, move down, move up, move down. That is a high, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you like it or not, that is a move up and a move down. High. Mark it out. Boom. What happens? Break a structure. Here we go. Break a structure. Fair value gap. Okay, what do we do? Okay, we see it. Boom. Now what am I marking out? Previous high, previous low, previous high. Boom. Right here. Okay, previous high. Sorry. Boom. Right. Okay. Price isn't completely coming to equilibrium, but we obviously get priced down to come down to here. Okay. The price is at really a low cost than it is up here, right? Okay. So either way, we're here. We still get that fair value gap created, but guess what? We have this other fair value gap created. So keep an eye on that. Boom. We tap into this one. Okay. Bet. We close up to the upside. Here we go. Close. Boom. Hit that buy button on that next. Drag stop losses right here under these lows just in case. And then what are we targeting? Boom. Draw, 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 draw. Boom. 3.38 risk to reward. And guess what? You can even by all means go higher if you want to. Why? Boom. Draw. What is that? Oh, more draws? But I mean, 5-1 forward, but I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory of what, how my, how I trade and what I look for. But it's kind of cool to, see it play out. Go up here a little bit more. Kind of cool to see how it plays out and, what you see and what you, what's going on during the market. Okay, for instance, here we go. Boom. We see a fair value gap right here. Fair value gap, fair value gap. Okay, strong. Cool. Bang. Right. What do we have? Here we go. Previous low, previous high, previous low, previous low. Let's not do equilibrium, right? This one. Let's mark it out first. Okay, boom. Here, boom. Come into this fair value gap. Okay, I see this. We got a high here, a high there. Okay, cool. What do we make? Higher high, lower high. Okay, sick. Well, maybe right here. Sick. Okay, now what do we get? Boom, fair value gap. Okay, cool. Now what do we get? Boom. Oh shit, it reversed. Wait, it just liquidity swept. Okay, cool. Went back up to create another lower high because we just broke through this one. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, we check the 5 minute. What happens? We just wanted to create a lower high in the 5 minute before we made this move down. Because we make this move down to sweep this out, and then we come back up, right? We come back up, move out, close. Okay, cool. Now on the 5 minute, we have another move down, move up, low right here, right? We have a low here. Okay, we have a 5 minute low because that's what it was trying to create. We swept out this 5 minute low. Now we created this 5 minute low. Now we have this high. Okay, boom, we have another high. Now we're making lower lows. Now we're in a downtrend. Okay. Obviously, we see that in the 5 minute. Boom. Confirmation. This closes here. Okay. I created this fair value gap. Obviously, break of structure doesn't happen yet. We see break of structure finally happen on the 5 minute. But what we can do is take a look in the 1 minute. Brother, what the hell? We take a look at the 1 minute, right? Here, boom. Fair value gap right here. Finally gets closed out. But anyways, yeah, we see it get tapped into. We see it get tapped into a lot, right? This 5 minute fair value gap gets created. What we could have done is just boom, waited for this 1 minute fair value gap to get created here. Boom, right? We see 1 minute break structure. We see the reversal. We see it tap into this. Okay, boom. Now we can go, okay, previous high, previous low. What does price do? What does price do? Tap boom, equilibrium and fair value gap. What am I doing? I am selling. And now what you could have waited for, obviously you could have waited for this a little bit more. But I mean, I would have seen this, boom, I'm here, close, close, fair value gap. And then this kind of probably would have had me right here. I would have entered probably down here. And then I would probably set stop loss right above this fair value gap. And then from there, I would have just been patient. Set the set the 2-to-1. Set the 2-to-1. Be patient. Boom. We hit take profit one. We drag stop losses to break even. And then now we go back down to set another 3. And then boom, we would have all the way down pretty much here. I'm pretty sure. Or yeah, we probably would have went here. And um probably would have closed it out around right there. So I mean, looking at it, man, that would have been a solid one to take. You could have been a little bit more patient and seen a little bit more push to equilibrium because I get it, this right here wasn't so strong, so you could have waited, push to equilibrium, boom, it comes into it and the fair value gap. So you have your confirmation, boom, down close. We have here, boom, another down close, and then we have break of structure. So then you could have waited, break of structure here, structure here, boom, setting stop losses. Or even after you see this just candle rip down, just set this to these and then set your 2-to-1. Or 3-to-1, however you want to look at it. But I mean, let me see how long this trade would have went for. Yeah, right here. So let's say that's 7. That's a 7-to-1 risk. And honestly, man, I don't think you're getting no better than that. Because I mean, it just plays out perfectly. I could have just, I could have easily taken this trade on the Thursday. This is around market open, around that time. Because we had that same move with that W, boom, 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 move up. And I mean, honestly, like that right there isn't that bad either. Make a structure for rally gap, just tapped into, boom, put a 1, boom. I would have let this trade ride all the way probably up until right there. Probably would have got stopped out right here. So I would have probably dragged stop loss. But still, I mean, I mean, here, that's even pretty good trade. Obviously, it's just like not as volatile, but I mean, still, you see the strategy play out, you see how it works. Kind of cool to, just you see how everything kind of just like falls into place. Like for instance, with this one, right? We have here, move down, move up, move up, move down. We have a high, boom, low, another a higher low. So what does that tell me? Okay, cool. We might be moving to the upside. I'm just waiting. We need to break a structure. Boom, break a structure and fair value gap created. Okay, cool. What are we looking for? Now, previous low to previous high. Okay, cool. Equilibrium absolutely does not get touched in. We get 2 moves to the upside and a break of structure and an inverse to each of these fair value gaps. Screw it. We don't need to touch equilibrium. We can just enter off of this. Set price at equal or set our stop losses at equilibrium, right? We can set stop loss at equilibrium because we never came in and touched it. So if we do want to, we do want to, but right, we see it play out. If you want to be a little bit more safe, you can set stop losses right at this, right below the fair value gap that this candle creates, right? You can set it the whole wick if you want to. But this right here, you can set it right below the fair value gap that it creates. But either way, we could target literally all these draws. This is a draw, boom. Fair value gap's a draw, boom. This fair value gap's a draw, boom. This fair value gap's a draw, boom. This fair value gap's a draw, boom. And this high is a draw. So where did we go? We came all the way up to here, right? Came all the way up to here. Easily cut this trade. Um, we just were patient, looked for it, but no, didn't. I stopped out early on a Thursday. Actually, excuse me, we got stopped out. Like actually stopped out. But I think it's because I the sell right here. I think this is the one that I was like looking for, and then I got no. It was here. I remember I got wicked out by this little guy, but it was my fault. I got into the markets late, got greedy, and yeah, that was it. That was basically how that day went. But other than that, I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. If not, I mean, and you do want to like break down some shit, and you just aren't familiar with trading at all, and you want to learn, and you want to get started on your journey, bro, just hit me up. I mean, obviously, my Instagram is connected to my YouTube, so you're able to go follow me on Instagram. If you do have some questions, comment down below. And if you're watching this video, thank you. But other than that, man, like, don't be afraid to lose trades. Don't be afraid to take trades because if you want to be a trader, you have to take trades. Like, you can't just say, "Oh my God, I want to win trades." Like, no, like, we're gonna lose trades too. It's part of life. But yeah, man, I mean, this is a what would that have been if I wanted to set that as my take profit? 4.27. Like, that's not a bad risk to reward. I mean, everything kind of lines up as it is. Boom, we see the break of structure. I could have evenly entered off of this one, right? I could have easily entered off of this one. Boom. Set stop losses right below this low or at this low. Set take profits here. Boom. And still, but a 4 point, damn near four. It's still pretty wild. I mean, boom, right? That's still that's still a solid trade if you ask me. I mean, 8.96, damn near nine. So it's a pretty good trade. That basically covers my full back testing on how I run through things. I like to go over it again um just to see what I missed, see what I could have done better, what I could have done better, what I missed, what confluences I should have used, what like where draws and liquidity were, just sit and sit like that, like just to understand my strategy a little bit more. Go out and practice it, bro, because practice like doesn't make perfect. But if you're not having perfect practice, you're not gonna get good at shit. The skill, understand that it's like any other thing. Said this before, it's like MLB, NBA, the NFL, bro. You gotta practice, like it'll come. But I mean, that being said, I went over my weekly analysis, went over um my whole holy fuck, Jay spit it out. Um, my weekly analysis and my holy fuck, I can't spit it out. My back test. There we go. And yeah, um, Loki might cut the hair off today, so we'll see how that goes. But if not, I do need to get the shit braided because it is really irritating me. But oh, but yeah, man. It's not so bad. Quick, put it back on because I want to cover everything. Bed. But yeah, man. That kind of wraps up the video. I know it's pretty fucking long. I'm gonna chop it up and cut it up, but I mean, that pretty much wraps up the whole thing. So thank you for watching. God bless.